Attraction is one of the most fascinating mysteries of human behavior. You can't hold it in your hands, you can't measure it with complete accuracy, and yet its presence can completely change the way two people interact. For generations, men have searched for answers to the same question: how can I tell if a woman genuinely likes me? Psychologists have spent decades studying attraction, examining everything from body language and eye contact to speech patterns and subconscious behaviors. While many signals can suggest romantic interest, studies and real-life experiences point toward one powerful indicator that is extremely difficult to conceal before revealing. That sign, it's important to understand the deeper psychology behind how women often communicate attraction. Many women do not express romantic interest in a direct or obvious way. Unlike the stereotypical male approach of openly pursuing someone they find attractive, women frequently communicate their feelings through subtler behaviors. This tendency is influenced by several factors. Social expectations often teach women from a young age to avoid appearing overly forward. At the same time, the possibility of rejection can feel emotionally risky, making indirect communication seem safer. In addition, many women prefer to gauge a man's level of interest before revealing their own feelings. As a result, attraction often appears through small actions rather than bold declarations. Because of this, romantic interest tends to reveal itself in details that many people overlook. It can be seen in how someone speaks, the amount of attention they give, the timing of their messages, and the effort they make to stay involved in your life. Among all these indicators, however, one behavior consistently stands out above the rest. When a woman is secretly attracted to you, she repeatedly creates opportunities to interact with you. In simple terms, she finds ways to remain present in your world. Think about how people behave when they have no particular interest in someone. They rarely go out of their way to communicate, spend time together, or maintain contact. Attraction changes this dynamic completely. When a woman feels drawn to a man, she often makes sure that she stays visible and connected to him, whether consciously or unconsciously. Psychologists refer to this as the principle of proximity. Human beings naturally develop stronger feelings for people they see and interact with regularly. When attraction enters the picture, that natural tendency becomes intentional. She begins creating situations that increase the chances of interaction and connection. Consider how this might look in a workplace environment. Imagine a woman who frequently stops by your desk despite having little reason to be in your area. She asks simple questions, seeks small favors, or starts casual conversations that could easily have been avoided. Perhaps she asks when a meeting begins, borrows a pen, or offers to bring you coffee while she's getting one herself. Individually, these actions may seem insignificant. Together, however, they often reveal a desire to maintain regular contact and keep the connection alive. A similar pattern can appear in a college or university setting. You may notice a particular woman showing up in places where you often spend time. She seems to study in the same section of the library, chooses nearby seating, or takes routes around campus that increase the chances of crossing paths with you. She may never openly confess her feelings or engage in obvious flirting, but her repeated presence is rarely random. Sometimes attraction expresses itself not through dramatic gestures but through consistent proximity. The same psychological principle exists in the digital world. Modern attraction often unfolds through phones and social media rather than face-to-face interactions. A woman who is interested in you may be among the first to react to your posts, regularly respond to your stories, or continue conversations long after they could have naturally ended. She looks for opportunities to remain connected online just as she would in person. In today's world, attention is one of the clearest forms of investment, and where attention consistently goes, attraction often follows. Many men make the mistake of focusing exclusively on surface-level signs. They ask whether she smiled at them, laughed at a joke, or played with her hair during a conversation. While those behaviors can sometimes indicate attraction, they are not always reliable. People smile out of politeness, laugh to be friendly, and display nervous habits for countless reasons unrelated to romance. Creating repeated opportunities for interaction, however, requires effort and intention. It reflects a choice to invest time and energy into maintaining a connection. That is why this sign tends to carry far greater meaning than many of the commonly discussed attraction cues. To understand why this happens, it's helpful to examine the psychology behind it. Staying close allows a woman to gradually build comfort and familiarity. It reduces emotional risk because she doesn't have to reveal her feelings all at once. Instead of openly confessing attraction, she can observe how the relationship develops naturally. Over time, this approach also gives her a chance to evaluate compatibility by watching how you behave, communicate, and respond to different situations. As familiarity increases, emotional attachment often grows stronger as well. In many ways, consistent presence becomes a quiet expression of interest long before any words are spoken. If you're trying to determine whether a woman is secretly attracted to you, pay attention to recurring patterns rather than isolated moments. Ask yourself whether she seems to appear in your life more often than coincidence would explain. Notice whether she maintains contact even when there is no practical reason to do so. Observe whether she finds small excuses to start conversations or continue interactions. Attraction often reveals itself not in a single dramatic moment but through a series of consistent actions repeated over time. Consider the story of Ravi, a young professional working at a fast-growing startup. Over time, he noticed that his colleague Mira frequently visited his desk. Sometimes she asked work-related questions, while other times she simply stopped by for casual conversation. Initially, Ravi assumed she was just being friendly. Eventually, however, he realized something unusual. Mira's office space was located 2 floors above his, giving her little reason to be in his area so often. One day, he jokingly asked whether she secretly worked downstairs. Mira laughed, blushed slightly, and jokingly blamed the coffee machine nearby. Yet both of them understood the deeper reality. Her repeated visits were not really about coffee or convenience. They were about wanting to be near someone she enjoyed. The deeper truth is simple. When a woman is secretly attracted to you, she often finds ways to maintain a connection through conversation, presence, and shared moments. At first, these actions may seem like coincidence, but when the pattern continues again and again, it becomes difficult to ignore. Repeated effort rarely happens without a reason. Attraction frequently reveals itself through a person's willingness to remain connected and involved in your life. Ultimately, the strongest sign of hidden attraction is not a specific gesture, a particular facial expression, or a perfectly timed compliment. It is the consistent effort to create opportunities for closeness. A woman may never openly say how she feels, but her actions often communicate what her words do not. Her presence, her attention, and her repeated attempts to stay connected tell a story that is difficult to fake. Psychology has long recognized this pattern. When someone genuinely wants you in their world, they continually find ways to remain part of yours. This is the insight many men overlook. Rather than focusing only on what a woman says, pay attention to what she repeatedly does. Patterns reveal intentions far more clearly than isolated words or gestures. If she consistently creates opportunities to be around you, interact with you, and maintain contact, there is often a deeper reason. Behind that effort, sometimes the answer you've been searching for has been visible all along in the simple fact that she keeps finding her way back into your orbit.